Hello and welcome back. It is the Mutiny Motorsport's final. It is season 10. This is the last race. This is where it all counts for. This is your commentary team. I am Alex, and alongside me in the box we have Nate today. Say hello.
Hey everybody.
So if you haven't been with us, go back, watch Barcelona, watch Montreal, watch Silverstone, watch Nürburgring, watch Spa, definitely watch Suzuka, so you can catch yourself up, because this is hashtag spoilers. This is where it all ends. It has been a long old journey to get here, and the track here itself is actually pretty long, one of the longest of the season, 4.295 kilometers. So we're creeping up there, 36 laps, but it is so fast. And Chris Boardman in season 1 actually holds the track record here if you look on the left hand side. But we have had lots of visits here, 3 visits here. And here we go for qualifying.
So here in these bit of an earlier generation of F1 cars, not quite touching that 108 we saw from Chris Boardman, but Peter with a 110.6, holding himself 6/10 clear of TTAR. Kumsum taking third, and then Alex Aspoon in fourth, trying. He is the only driver still in with a shot to beat Peter to this championship, so a little bit of a disappointing qualifying from him, but Garrett, his teammate, right behind him. Then you've got Maxi, Debug, Old Boy, Leclerc, Rick, NDF, and then Orange bringing up the rear of the field. So only 12 drivers out here for this final round, but here we go.
They're going to make it count as they get off the line. Peter with a good start. As you can see, it's raining, but they're all on slicks, and there seems to be a crash in the background already. But Peter takes it, he goes wide. Oh, he's cutting across alongside Kumsum, and TTR goes around the long way and still holds on to second place.
Pretty opportunistic taking of the runoff there. The stewards Doug are definitely going to have to look at that, see if he gained an advantage.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Depending on how long it takes to fix my newly acquired damage, I might already be out of the race.
So it was Old Boy in the back with the damage, but Kumsum is flying, as we can see, already past TTAR with that great run down the first straight. And here we go, Ardwick in the Mercedes. He's battling with Debug. Going around turn 8. Oh, into Pinorino. And some wheel-to-wheel action there. Oh.
Like a huge snap there, just of, I think just the car loaded up a little bit through that corner, and luckily wheel-to-wheel shouldn't be too much contact damage there, so they're able to continue. Kumsum really on the charge here.
He is quarter of a second behind.
Kumsum is on fire.
And he is on fire as TTR notes it. Down the front straight they go. Kumsum takes the lead. Where has this pace been all season? We've seen blinks of it, but this is unbelievable. Everyone knows Peter is just fire out of the gate, and here we go.
You know why I'm on fire? Because I forgot that fuel.
Oh no.
Oh, that is not good. That is going to be a race ender. There is no refueling in these cars. As I see a flash of something on the screen.
Whoa! Kumsum lagged out.
There we go. That is really unfortunate. We've seen a few of this season, people lagging out, as we see Maxi already getting a speeding penalty in the pit. So early damage that must have been.
He's lagging all over the place.
Some struggles with connection there. I think we just saw another Caterham there stranded on the side. So he'll probably have to escape to pits. I mean, he can't refuel. He's sort of already out of it as it stands. But, you know, interestingly here, I'm just looking at the McLarens. It really looks like, at least in this stage, Garrett seems to have more pace.
I just disconnected.
He is right on the back of his teammate there, but he needs his teammate.
There you go, Garrett. I think I picked the wrong strategy.
Oh, he's picked the wrong strategy. So it is wet out there. It's moist, as you can see on the weather in the top left-hand side. So, but the cars are driving on dry tires. So looks like Garrett's on the mediums there, and Arsmoon on the soft. So maybe that's not working out for him right now, or strategy meaning like setup as well. But yeah, Garrett is hounding him.
Try third there, that corner, third gear.
It's like Garrett gave it a little bit of coaching to, giving some coaching on gear selection there, trying to help his teammate move up, because Peter's already, let's see here.
Oh no! That's Asmoon. He's spun. I think that's a title hope dashed already. Oh, the wet track just catching him out.
I was about to say he was already 10 seconds off of Peter, but that spin is going to hurt him massively, and I think any little glimmer of hope he had may have just gone away. I mean, we've seen Peter make mistakes occasionally the first race in Barcelona, but since then, there's not really a chink in his armor.
No, he's been absolutely formidable. Peter does self-confess he loves to practice, and that just unbelievable consistency as he says it comes from practice. So that's where you got to put in the time at the moment. But TTR just managing to hold on, still within half a second here. So there might still be a battle on for the lead yet. Peter hasn't quite run away from second place, but he has run away from the rest of the field. It's now a 12-second gap behind them. Oh.
Really taking the kind of the runoff at the entrance there. Get a replay here from the start from Orange's view. I think Orange was on the softs. A lot of the other drivers on the intermediates, you can just see how quickly he gets off the line here.
That is some amazing pace. Oh, a bit of a bump to the car in front there. And then gets a bit wide. And then once he gets the power down, look at him coming out of this corner, down into the back straight. Oh, so good that start there for Orange. But if we look at him on the leaderboard there, he's back in 12th. So definitely had a few issues, probably had a spin or two. It's lap 4, and to be 3 minutes behind, there's got to have been some damage.
Yeah, it looks like a number of the drivers here, quite a bit more off the pace than you would expect from just lapping more slowly. So I think a number of these drivers probably picked up damage. Some we know had to disconnect and leave the lobby, and NDF here coming out of the pits.
Yeah, NDF taking up the mantle as Peter's teammate. Probably the hardest job in the Mutiny right now, as we see Peter taking all the runoff and some more out of turn, what was that? Turn 3. No, turn 4.
Throttle lag. My throttle is sticking open.
Not good for TTR. Had some reliability issues early in the season with disconnects and then with a few other bits. But here, getting a bit of throttle lag, so probably a bit more cautious on the brakes than usual. Just making sure that throttle comes 100% off. As we see someone super wide there.
I made some changes to my setup after quali in the hopes that I'd be faster, but I think it's all backfired.
Oh, old boy having a torrid time there.
Yeah, at least his second trip into the pits here, just judging based off of his gap to the leader.
It's gotta be, and that is something that can happen in the Mutiny. There is no parc ferme rules. If you want a quali setup, you're allowed a quali setup. If you want a race setup, feel free. Whatever gets you the positions that you need to get. So Orange trying something between quali and the race, and it hasn't paid off. I'm wondering if he took off some wing or maybe changed some camber or something. But this wet track, this moist track, is pretty tough.
Gary here having a really solid day. Really kind of has managed to put himself in he's not in contention with the leaders, but he's also put in a solid, let's look like 7 seconds there on debug behind him. So, and really at this point, with Asmund, kind of the hope for McLaren's constructor's title here.
He absolutely is. And don't forget, Garrett is only 6 points ahead after Suzuka of debug, so him just being ahead is just another consolidation for him to
my tires are on fire
as TTR is struggling, still overheating the tires in these moist conditions. But I was just saying, Garrett is ahead of debug, so he's solidifying that 4th position right now, and his fight really is with TTR ahead of him. It's 20 points, so it's a bit of a gamble and it's a bit of a long way, but if something happens up front, he could be on for a massive points haul here.
And really, for him, a solid improvement year over year. Just looking back at the standings from season 9, he was 8, but if you remember, he had that run of form really near the end of that F3 season where picked up a few podiums. And it seems like he just kind of picked up where he left off. He picked up a P3 in the first race out, and looks like he's solidly in contention for another podium here.
And that is one of the hardest things to do, is come out of the gate in a fresh car on form. Like, as we see the front runners, typically lots of the established guys who've raced in the Mutiny for a while can get out the gates pretty quickly, but it still takes a long time. Pre-season is only 1 day of community testing, but you can test a little bit before that. The specs are released weeks before that, so you've got a few weeks of run-up, and it's still tough to get out of the gate running like that. So great form there. As we go past someone without a rear wing there, going very slowly. Who was that? That was car. Oh, I can't see. Maybe 10? I think that might have been orange. Might have been missing a rear wing there. Not the day for the first mate's driver.
Yeah, really has not had luck here at this circuit. I think back to season 5, had a crash with another driver, ended up upside down. Very first race he ever raced this year. We've got Asmoon up in the 4th, so starting to recover here.
He's starting to feel a little bit better. Debug didn't fight that too hard. He just knows he's got to play a sensible race here. It's still moist. It's saying light cloud, but we can still see spits of rain in the air, even though this side of the track is starting to look very dry. Debug, washing out with some understeer there.
Been used to driving in that clean air for a while, so takes a bit of an adjustment there the first time you turn in and the air's off your front wing.
And AMS2 does that really quite brutally. It does. You feel instantly the moment someone gets in front. And how many chats have we had, even in the F3 season, about the dirty air, how just it feels so tough to drive in it.
Yeah, really all he can do here, and we see him do it a little bit. You have to try to offset yourself through the corner, try to get some of that clean air on the front wing. It's obviously it's the whole slipstream versus dirty air. Down the straight, it's a slipstream. In the corners, it's dirty air. You want that benefit as you go down the straights. I think it's a lap car.
It is.
Maxi, come on, man. You're not even fighting me. Why are you doing that?
Oh, sorry. I locked up.
Yeah, come on. Like, I'm in 3rd position here. Like, we're not even fighting one another. Like, just give me space.
And Garrett chewing off Maxi there and just eating into him and saying, hey man, that is not acceptable. You are lapped. I am in 3rd position. This means a lot to me right now. In the heat of the moment, just getting a bit riled up there.
And to be fair, I mean, kind of getting basically driven into the back of by a car that's a lap down. I mean, that car should be nowhere near him in that scenario. So I think some of that frustration is justified on his side.
Absolutely. And there are blue flag rules here, so he did get past. As we see Peter getting past the back marker there. And then, the back markers do. And to be fair, most of the time, back markers in the Mutiny, very clean and respectful. That was just unfortunate. I think he was just too far in the slipstream and just couldn't quite slow the car down. It seemed like an honest mistake. As we see the gap now between Peter, as we're in lap 10, Peter leading TTR by 3 seconds now, so maybe a bit of that throttle lag and the overheating tires starting to have an effect on the lap times. Garrett O'Brien in 3rd place, 24 seconds behind the leader. Debug in 4th, so got back past Arsmoon off camera. And then Arsmoon in 5th, 39 seconds. So this is huge, these gaps. Leclerc 6th, 40 seconds back. Ardewick 7th. What a great drive today from Ardewick so far. Minute 16 behind, but after a bit of a bumpy start, this is pretty good driving. Lap times completely acceptable for where he is in the pack. And then we got Maxi, NDF orange in 10th at the moment in the pits. Old boy in 11th. I think he's still driving around, and then comes some who's retired. So that's your lap 10 update as you go on board with Garrett.
You can really see some marbles starting to form there into that. Not quite the final quarter, but really that final heavy braking zone. So the driver's going to have to be careful going offline there. Need to get their tires cleaned up. So it looks like that might be orange into the pits again. It is.
Yeah, there we go. And look at that gap, 222 seconds to the car in front. And that's the car in front, who's also got 157 seconds. This is astronomical gaps in the back. That moist weather at the beginning with the rain has cleared up now. but it took its toll on the drivers. Debug 13 seconds behind, so he's still, if there's a difference in strategy, maybe a 1 or 2 stop, that is really great pace. And he is right in for a podium.
And I thought Aspen had gotten past Debug here, so they must have swapped positions again off screen, unless I'm misremembering.
I think they did, yeah, he did. So I think TTR was I think it was a step harder on the tyres when he came off the line than Peter. So Peter got maybe, I can't remember if it was softs. I'd have to have a look here, see his notes.
Yeah, and even then, I mean, we've seen this whole season, as you look that up, you know, Peter's really been able to, it seems like he's generally started on a softer tire and been able to build that gap, and then, I mean, I remember back to Montreal, he pitted and came out in front of everyone else, so he seems to have this way to just manage the tires really well and be able to just extract some extreme pace from them, and then as you were mentioning at the beginning, he's able to get them up to temperature really quickly, and just his first lap, either out of the pits or off the starting line, is always just blisteringly quick. And
it is. And confirmation here, he was started on the soft tire. TTR is on the medium tire, and then in third place there, Garrett also on the medium tire. So you're seeing like-for-like lap times between TTR and Garrett, and then Debug also on the medium tire. So it looks like the second, third, and fourth trying to go a little bit longer into this race. The medium tire does hold up to hotter weather
Peter's into the pits.
And that's it. It took him to lap 12.
Oh, another spoon for Asmoon.
Oh,
and
this
based
season
on the
finale.
Skid marks, looks like he backed it in, and that car looks like it's crabbing a bit.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some damage. Doesn't look too visible as Peter comes out the pits. This is such a tricky pit lane. So easy to just run it into the wall when the tyres aren't up to temperature. And it's 14 seconds to the gap in front. So now it's TTR's time to show him what he can do. And again, using that really wide line. Using just a touch of the inside curb, then all the outside curb. As we get a lap replay. Asmoon. And you're right. Acted it sideways mostly, thankfully. So
that turn,
a bit of suspension damage.
That turn 6-7, that really sustained long right-hander, that's been catching a lot of people out today. I think it's just the car's all weighted up, and then if you make any sort of change as you're going through 6 and 7 and then into 8, it just, the car snaps around on you. And this circuit's really a balance because you have these long straights, but then you have this tricky infield section with a lot of medium, low-speed corners. So it really takes a masterful driver to extract everything.
Yeah, and a great setup. Remember, you're fighting the weather. They would have seen a little bit of known that it was going to start with a bit of rain in the air. But then the next two weather segments are completely random. So you have no idea what's coming up on race day, apart from your starting tire. So it's a tough call to make. You've got to make the suspension call. You've got to make the downforce. And like you say, this track is a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde.
I've been watching Debug's line here. He turns in really late. He almost touches his tires into his right front tires into the grass there on turn 1. I've just been watching that the last few times we've seen him come to that corner. And that is a high risk, high reward strategy there, because especially when that's a weighted tire, if you turn in, yeah, that'll be a spin.
That will be, and he's been holding on to it as we see Asmoon in the pits. Oh.
That steering wheel is not on straight. So
no, that is definitely not. That was a bigger shot than it looked. So gap between the front runners now down to 12 seconds. So Peter on that second set of tires, it looks like he's on the medium tires, is blisteringly quick. And that is the word. Will he cause blisters on those tires, trying to catch up to TTR, but he's in the 114s. Oh.
And at this point, oh no, speeding for Asmoon, it goes from bad to worse. he's had such a great season, and I mean, he was playing from ahead for so long, and then the Hungarian who has dominated this league for years. Their 50-second penalty. I think that's it.
Yeah. That's just crawl it round. See if you can get any points now for the constructors. It looks like it's really, in the constructors battles, it's all about first mates, maybe versus Lotus, maybe versus McLaren, if anyone can catch them at all. So going into this race, McLaren were ahead 141 to Lotus, who was, let's be honest, mainly Peter with 128, and first mates with 98 points. So I think it may be slightly impossible for first mates. Very, very tricky. But definitely between Lotus and McLaren, now it's pretty much a one-horse race each. Oh, as Orange struggles to even get it into the pits. This race has gone from bad to worse.
It has just been a torrid day for him and old boy ABC. I mean, they're respectively 9 and 11 minutes off the pace. So
that is unusual.
You got to imagine that something in their setups or something really caught them out, because we've seen them both have much, much better drives than this. We know they're better drivers, so.
Absolutely. Oh.
Well, let me go into my pit box back, I wonder.
As old boy spins it on the way into the pit and just realizes the game will turn it around. But I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty for that in the game. Here we go. On board with Leclerc, having a steady race, still on the lead lap. So that's the best thing he can say right now, especially against someone like Peter.
And Leclerc, as a reserve this season, didn't really join until about halfway through, but he's put in some really solid performances, as it looks like Asmoon might be retiring here.
Yeah, that looks like a disconnect. And Orange speeding in the pit lane. No!
Old boys.
The stewards are so busy today. This is unbelievable.
Another speeding in the pit lane for Asmoon there as well. So I guess just a little something to remember this season by, if he wasn't already going out on a poor note, they made sure the door hit him.
Yeah, as we see the 10-second penalties roll in, we also see Peter. Oh, Asmoon was disqualified for that.
Oh, so that wasn't him retiring. He's been disqualified from the race. So even worse, no points going to be scored. So now it really is. I mean, Garrett needs to keep, I think, 4th or 3rd in order to secure the constructors for them.
I think he does. Let's go on board with Peter here as we're seeing him. This is championship. He's going for his 3rd title. I pretty much got to be secured by now, unless something crazy happens. I don't think he can lose the title now that Asmoon is out. So this is a driver just happy to be on the track. He's got clean air. He's got great weather in front of him. And let's stay on board as the gap is dropping to TTR in front, now down to 6 seconds from like the 14 that when he exited the pit with. So a little bit of understeer in turn 1. Sets the car up nicely for acceleration out of turn 2, which was the center S through Curva de Sol. He's now coming out to Decina de Lago. Look at that, that's 4, and then 5 is the kink at the bottom here. Up the hill towards Ferradura. Again, all of the runoff. You can see the dust starting to come up now that it's starting to dry off. Doesn't go near the curb on the inside, right away to the outside. Just nibbles the curb again. Through Pinarino up to Pico to Pato. So tricky here, the camber. Not your friend as well, especially through Maguglia here. As we see TTR onto the home stretch now. 5 seconds. So this medium strategy is not working out for him. And that's his teammate there. I think his teammate just gave him DRS. So that will help him just a little bit in the fight against Peter.
Good playing the team game there. Orange knows he's way out of any contention, so just trying to do what he can to help his teammate.
Oh boy.
Penalty.
I think he's given up on life there. But I did notice we were talking about Debug's line into turn 1, staying very, very wide as long as possible, and even just putting a wheel on the grass. But I looked at Peter's and TTR's line, and let's have a look at Garrett's line. Yeah, much similar. They come out wide and then go right away, turning in much earlier than.
I've got a 50-second time penalty.
And that is for repeated speeding in the pit lane. That's what happens. Oh boy. But yeah, so let's have a look at Debug again. Again, using all the tracks. So different. So maybe that's contributing, and that's bringing him deep into turn 2. So he's losing speed all the way down this second straight here. Reto Aposta. So his deep line may be contributing to his lap times, but you've got to give him credit. 17.8, and he's still lapping around on those medium tyres, the same as TTR. That's not bad. So look, TTR goes out wide and then comes in nowhere near the grass on the turn in. Keeping a wide berth. Same with Peter there. You can see it almost identical, to be fair.
And Peter really starting to kind of, I think TTR had kind of stayed his charge there with that lap of DRS, but now Peter's really starting to close in, and really all TTR can hope for is a tire offset later in the races. Garrett, a little bit of a lockup there. I mean, the stewards have been really watching that pit lane entry speed, so we'll have to see if he got it down in time.
And what a race it is turning out to be. Garrett seems to have got the better, but as he comes out the pits here, he's ahead of Debug. Has Debug pitted already? I don't think he has. I haven't seen him pit.
I believe he has.
Oh, he has. Okay, so this is a battle then. This is a battle for position out the pits. Garrett coming out. And Debug chuckling to himself with delight as he comes out into third spot. What a strategy move. The undercut is the way to go here. You've seen it happen with Peter in an extreme example, and then with Debug and Garrett as well. It just worked out. Garrett onto the hard tires.
Yeah, really a brilliant move there by Debug to pull that car in earlier, pick up that undercut, put on that fresh tire, get in the clean air, and out in front.
Counted so much. Debug went onto the soft tires, so there is now going to be an offset between them. Quite a big one. With Garrett going from the medium to the hard, and Debug going from the medium to the soft. It's a 33-lap race, if I remember right, 36-lap race, so he's got to make them last just under half the race distance. As we're here with Peter, he is all over the rear wing of TTR there, seeing how he's playing this game. He might just be backing off a little. Yeah, trying to pick up the DRS. Oh, look at him. Short shifting there just to certify his DRS.
Garrett's going to come through on Debug.
He's got DRS into the braking zone, over the marbles with the hard tires. Oh, he's through.
As really looked like he was going to hold it on there, and then another change of position. Yeah, Peter up in the first.
Oh, what a move by Peter. Remember, this is Peter on his second set of tires. He's on fresh mediums, essentially, only a few laps old, versus TTR's 22-lap-old mediums. So it's got to be a tire offset. TTR has a lot of work to do at the end of this race. He's got a 30-second gap to make up to Peter. They're just behind Peter's teammate here, NDF, so I'm imagining NDF will get straight out of the way. There we go. He doesn't want to get involved in the title battle.
Looking down the order, oh, there was somebody off there. Not sure, that might have been Leclerc.
I think that was the only Ferrari, yeah. Maybe getting right out the way.
Now that Garrett's gotten back past Debug, you can see the lap time difference is 2 seconds, so...
Tires are gone, Bono.
Bono, not his race engineer, but he is in the pits, and he wants off 22 lap old tires, just going on to 23 laps. That is quite a distance. Okay, just a little bit of a lockup going into the pit box. Remember, it's not tarmac in the pit lane, it is concrete, so here in Interlagos, so a little bit slippier. With it drying up so much, we've seen the dust already around the rest of the track. As the safety car's out.
I've just seen a car upside. Oh, it's a safety car.
Safety car is out. Who is upside down? And here comes someone in the race.
Got a replay here. Oh, this is Garrett O'Brien on debug.
So yeah, debug touching that grass. It finally called him out. And look at the difference it made with Garrett going early into turn 1. There we go. Gets the DRS. Down Redo Aposta, down into Decina de Lago. And there you go, side by side. And that made it look easy. But I bet it wasn't, as we see live pictures. There we go, debug in the pits. Peter back in the pits.
So Peter taking advantage of this cheap pit stop.
Yeah.
Missed my pit.
Oh, he missed his pit.
We saw him skidding there. Just, you can reverse just a few feet. The game will not penalize you. We've seen TTR miss his pit box, but it depends how much he missed it by. Oh, Orange cutting the track.
Gotta wonder if he's even trying at this point.
He should just crack open a cold one and just let the day wash over him. It's not one to remember. And 21 seconds, that's the standard penalty. So quite a few penalties. Ardwick, P6 in the pits. Look at him pointed, ready to go out of the pits. Oh, and Peter still gets out in front of TTAR. Got a cheap pit stop.
TTR will have just pitted though, so they'll be on relatively even tires. I've got to imagine though, if Peter had gone to mediums, he'll probably put back on a set of softs here with, well, he's still got 12 laps left, so I'm not sure.
He's put on mediums. Oh, TTR almost saying something and then giving up. Peter has gone to the medium tire. That is a strange strategy to make. Maybe just thinking as the rain starts falling. Oh, Peter on the mediums, TTR on the softs. I can't even imagine what Old Boy is on his tires. He got disqualified, right? His race is over.
I think he's still out there. That's him and right behind. I mean, multiple laps down, but that's him right behind
Peter. Oh, it was
Peter.
Arsmoon. Yeah, you're right. It was
Arsmoon.
Arsmoon who got disqualified.
And the interesting thing here is Orange and Old Boy are going to score points if they can. Again, there's a requirement in this league. You have to finish the race to score points, but sometimes just outlasting the competition can net you a few points here and there.
Yeah, it is definitely worth staying out as long as you can. It doesn't matter how many laps you are. Finishing a race still gives you all that valuable experience and valuable points. As Peter trying to keep some temperature in his tires here. So we see the pack is a bit muddled up. I believe what's going to happen is they'll do a wave round lap, let the back markers through. Oh boy, no, radio's broken at the moment. So let's go down lap 25.
Yeah, go for it.
We got Peter ahead of TTAR. So there is a car between them, but ignore that for now. That's a back marker. Then we got Garrett, Debug, Leclerc, Ardwick. They're all on the lead lap. Maybe Ardwick just off the lead lap. It's hard to tell right now. And Maxi as well. 118 behind versus 118. Might just be a lap behind.
Safety car is going so slow.
Oh. Peter not happy about the safety car going slowly. He wants some temperature in those mediums. And then we got NDF in the pit lane. It looks like right now. Orange. And then Old Boy. Down in 10th spot. This is a great opportunity for Debug here. Really great opportunity. He's all race. He's been just a fraction slower than Garrett in front, but Garrett on the hard tires as the rain falls. It looks like maybe just in certain sections of the track.
track currently registering as moist right now. There's light rain on our pirate weather up there on the left-hand side of your screen. So the safety car is off. As Alex said, this is going to be you're going to give a wave around here. Let some of the lap cars catch up.
There we go. Once they go past the start-finish line, back markers will be allowed to get out the way. We actually didn't get that in Silverstone when we had a late safety car because there wasn't enough laps left. But here we go. So they are going through. Peter picking up the pace a little bit. And
A little bit of miscommunication there, I think.
Whoa, guys! Hardwick, he just overtook me on the safety before the restart, mate.
Yeah, I think Hardwick, he is new to the league, so not used to this wave round procedure, and we haven't seen it much in the Mutiny. What happens is all the lap cars just go in the order that they are around for one more lap, usually just to try and catch the pack up. And just get out the leader's way and see if they can join the race again.
I've just been hit! I've been violently assaulted.
Oh, and it seems that he's been hit, but maybe he was blocking someone. Old boy.
Picking up a penalty. I will have to see a replay there. I
didn't see it on camera.
Definitely seems to be some confusion here. I mean, it looked like Artorick had gone back to racing speed and was pressing on, so maybe catching Old Boy out a little bit there. I'm not sure.
Oh, and we have confirmation there of Old Boy causing a collision and getting a disqualification.
What? I've just been disqualified. No, they were the longest 12 laps of my life.
Ardowick, I think you're right. He was involved because he's in the pit lane. There'd be no reason to go in the pit lane while they're doing, I think, what's another wave around lap. Yeah, there we go. Racing to resume at the end of this lap.
So now, just to kind of resituate us, you're going to have Debug, Maxi, and Leclerc are going to be trying to catch up to the back of the pack here. You can see them. They're kind of going through the middle of the infield, so probably not going to catch up to the rear, but they will be back on the lead lap, just barely. But those drivers really pushing on, and so it's going to be a straight-up fight here between Peter, TTR, and Garrett. I mean, Garrett's had some decent pace, so he's got to be licking his chops here and thinking, hey, there's maybe a little bit more on offer here for me, because he knows that those drivers fourth and down are not going to catch up, so he really has nothing to lose.
Exactly, but you have to look, as it looks like racing has maybe resumed. Peter's lap under where he was the safety car was almost a minute faster. So I wonder if the stewards will be looking into that. 135 this lap under safety car versus a 218. So that's why the backmarkers have not been able to catch up as much as you expect as they go, and Peter has bolted very quickly.
And the rain is really coming down now. I know it says light rain, but it looks like a lot more than that on our cameras, so...
It does. TTR is right up in the gearbox. They've already kind of separated from Garrett. If you look on the mini-map on the top right-hand side, he's got his DRS open. He's coming down. He's looking up the inside. Will he brake later? Oh, he thinks better of it.
And that's going to compromise his exit through the infield.
It is, and he's medium tires versus soft tires, so his tires will get up to temperature so much faster, which will help in this moist rain condition. And again, confident to use so much more of the track.
Using the curb here in the wet, I mean, that is dangerous, so he is throwing caution to the winds. He's really trying to stay within DRS for the front straight here. We'll see if he can do it. It's hovering right around a second.
It's going to be tricky. It's going to be very tricky. It looks like Peter has finally warmed up his tires right at the end of the lap. A second and a half, so he's not getting it. Peter again out of the box just as fast as you can.
And they have dropped Garrett like a bad habit.
6 seconds to the leader from Garrett. Garrett is, to be fair, if he gets third, I think he's done enough. And he may not want to risk that at all, because even though he's a minute behind, Debug is still in fourth place.
And just looking on the minimap here, I mean, Debug and Maxi and Leclerc look like they're having a heck of a scrap. Going through turn 6, 7 into 8 now. We'll have to see if we pick them up on our cameras. And here we go.
Here we go. And here we go. Like magic, the director heard you. And Maxi here fighting for P4. Debug in front. This is great. Remember, Maxi had such a great sprint race in the F3 season. Just last season, and is looking to just capitalize on his good results. And here we are, 5th place. Could be on for 4th.
Really benefiting from that safety car, kind of got him back into contention, and their DRS is open, so he's right in this.
He's going for it. And he's going around the outside. Debug defends. He's almost got the move done as they go side by side. They touch wheels.
That's some really impressive driving, and Debug just manages to squeak through.
Wow.
Baby, I need you to leave me a little bit of space, mate.
Debug does not want what's happened, and he's given up the spot. It looks like he couldn't fight that. And he's like, Maxi, I just don't need to be here. We're so close to the end. So let's just keep it safe. And Leclerc
That's going to bring Leclerc back in play.
And look at him. He's thinking about it. He just needs to sit there for a moment and see what's going on. See if there's going to be any more contact as the rain looks so heavy now in the infield. These slick tires are going to be progressively getting worse and worse.
The wind has picked up a bit, and the air temp and track temp have also dropped a few degrees. So,
as we can see, the vortices on the back of Debug's car. You see how much humidity there is in the air, and Leclerc here in great contention in DRS zone 0.6. He's going to get to open it at that white line. There you go. Don't think he's got enough. And there's double DRS train there behind Maxi. What a sprint finish. They got 5 more laps to settle this.
Just looking back out front just to keep our viewers updated. Pito's really managed to put a gap on TTR, and then Garrett, a solid, like 16 seconds behind, but really no races. Debug up the inside. So tight.
He drifted wide there, whether that was dirty air or not, and that's compromised his exit, as we thought would happen with TTR. And it has definitely compromised Debug, and Leclerc is hounding him. Debug in a bit of a sandwich. He does not want to be in there. He's just looking at that 4th place going, man, that was mine until that safety car. Why the safety car have to ruin everything? And he was fighting Garrett. And here we go. Peter's catching them up.
And we have
2 seconds have dropped. Oh, it's hovering around 2 seconds, but this may hurt Peter's lead just a fraction.
You have to remember, Debug went in for fresh tires, but then he missed his pit box and had to continue. So I believe these 2 drivers around him are on fresh tires, so he's struggling because remember, he pitted early to undercut Garrett, so the age of his tires is really hampering him here.
Brakes, look, he's miles away from the grass now. Good exit. He's kept it tight. He's tucked right under the rear wing of Maxi.
This might be it here.
DRS pops open. Did you notice it popped open just a fraction later? He goes down the inside. Oh, they touch! Debug makes it stick, but they definitely touch. Maxi turns in, and he's compromised again on the exit. As we see Peter and TTR now in the same picture. They got to lap these guys, but this battle is for points. Leclerc moves out the way. Maxi is not giving up. He's not surrendering to the blue flags. There he goes.
And that has allowed TTR to really close up now.
Yeah, 1.3, 1.5 seconds now. He just needs to get through. That's a tough place to catch the field. You really didn't want to catch them there. You wanted to catch them in a straight where they can all do accelerate nice and get out your way. Maybe even give you DRS.
And
there we go.
Debug making the pass when he did.
The little snap just cost me DRS there. No, I'm never going to catch Debug. It's over.
Oh, Leclerc having a moment in the final corner there. Opening DRS. And TTR is finally through on Maxi, so he's actually lost just a fraction of a second getting through the field. Look at Debug with DRS right behind Peter there. Now
I was gonna say,
TTI's got a lot of work to do in 3 laps.
Yeah, and Debug getting through when he did, I mean, really advantageous because then the leaders started coming through, and that meant his rivals had to back off. So he's been able to build a little bit of a cushion here to Maxi now.
Yeah, that's given him some breathing room, and TTI quite hasn't caught him up yet. Every car that you go past is faster and faster, and it's harder and harder to catch them up. So 3 laps left. It's Peter ahead of TTR, ahead of Garrett, who's in a comfortable 3rd place now, just cruising it into 3rd place. Debug then ahead of Maxi and Leclerc. That is your battle for 4th place. Still contested right now. Maybe just opened up a fraction. Debug goes to the inside. TTR takes it around the wide. Oh, that was it. It was 33 laps. I kept thinking it was 36.
And that's the race. I mean, TTR kind of tried to claw it back there, but I believe those other drivers may still be on a lap here. They may be on the cooldown. I'm not sure. For Debug and Maxi and Leclerc.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I imagine that was their race. So there we go. I'm going to call it. That is Peter ahead of TTR. Oh, Debug is still going. You're right. Debug is still absolutely charging here. This may not be over.
I have no fuel left.
Maxi!
And if this is indeed the last lap, Maxi might be out of fuel here. And you can hear the engine revs there super low. That car is going in limp mode.
Leclerc has gained in this. I don't know if that was the last lap. No, they're still going. They're still going. I thought that was the last lap. That confused me.
All right, so it is 36 laps. We apologize for the technical difficulties there, folks. So, again, TTR 2 seconds back. And, yeah, everybody pushing on. Maxi running out of fuel. And with Ardo in the pits, that may promote Orange up to 6. So even after the torrid day he had, solid haul points.
That could be. Someone is bouncing around on that track map. 6th place. Look at that. That is Maxi. The fuel and maybe going into the pits and disconnecting. His car has gone wild. And actually, you can see some glitching on the screen right now.
I'm getting weird graphic glitches. This is not good.
And that is Maxi's car floating around in the AMS2 airspace right there.
And you have to imagine TTR having visions of his leg spike in Barcelona, the various issues he's had this year, and he's like, please, just let me finish the race in 2nd.
Just need to get to the end. That's probably all he's thinking. Doesn't need another one. He was already out of title contention so early on this season. He's clawed his way back up into 3rds. Well, it looks like he's going to be staying in Debug. Crossing for his final lap. He's got a good gap now. He can solidify this. 10, 11 seconds back to Leclerc. Maxi is out. Maxi is out. He is out for sure now.
So Leclerc again, I mean, running, not lighting up the timesheets, but a solid 5th place as he's come in kind of late in the season and really put on a charge as a bit of a super sub, as we call him here in America.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see he's actually lapping very similar to Garrett right now. So just knows a steady position and knows a steady pace when he sees one. As rain has disappeared, it's turned into heavy cloud. And you can see the shadow of Maxi's car floating around as Peter takes round the final corner at Zhangzhou. He's coming up. This is 13 and 14, the turns, but they don't really exist unless you get them wrong. He goes across. This is it. Peter wins.
Oh man, this was the hardest title fight. Well done, McLaren. Well done, Asmoon. That was hell of a season. You were really consistent. I had to work hard to catch up.
Good job, Peter. Yes. Thank you so much, Garrett. Good job, man. We actually did it.
Yeah, Alex, you did a wonderful job.
Well done, Peter. That is a great title.
Congratulations, Garrett.
Congratulations.
Here we go. That was the race. What a finale. Right at the end, getting that safety car. And we had Peter, yet another victory in the Mutiny. Can anyone stop them? Can anyone stop anyone out there? Are you listening? Do you think you're faster than this guy? Come and join us, please. TTR in second position there. Maybe a little bit looking pretty good there because of the safety car, 3 seconds. Otherwise, it might have been a bit more of a gap to fill there. Garrett O'Brien, what a great podium position there. Debug in fourth. Also an end to a really great season, holding up the Williams name so well. McLaren fifth, as we saw, managed to hold on even with a snap of DRS right at the end in the tricky conditions, and Orange being promoted. Look at that. It went from bad to worse to even worse to the rock to the hard place, and then back up to sixth by just holding on in there. 10 laps down, but it doesn't matter. And then look at this, DNF for Maxi, disqualification for Old Boy, DNF for Ring, oh, DNF for NBF, disqualification for Arsmoon, and then comes some with qualifying fuel only and a disconnect. Driver of the day, you got to say, is Garrett O'Brien there. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal drive there from him. Managed to hold on, fought Debug hard, and just kept it on the road in such tricky conditions. Probably the trickiest conditions we've seen all season, I imagine.
Yeah, an absolutely incredible season. I mean, as you look back over these drivers, look at the driver standings, who's your driver of the season, Alex? Who are you taking?
You know what? Arsmoon had such an incredible start to the season. He was battling with TTR up front right at the beginning of Spain. And that is something that doesn't happen very much. Not too many people go up to battle against people like TTR and come out ahead. So I got to put my money where my mouth is. He had a great shot, but you cannot underestimate the workload that Peter puts in. Look at these drivers' standings. Look at that. 5 wins.
And 7 poles for Peter as well. So every single race, he started from the best spot. And yeah, I mean, just going down these standings, so Peter in first, Asman in second, TCR in third. I'm going to pick Garrett for my driver of the season. I think, honestly, both McLaren drivers just stunning this year. We know they had some help from a secret engineer. We heard some rumors throughout the paddock, but I mean, engineer's not driving the car. Those two guys really did an excellent job with, 7 podiums across the two of them. So yeah, solidly in first there, managed to eke it out by 3 points actually. Wow. So it was, had Garrett lost position in that race, Peter would have managed to take both titles. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just think it's amazing. What a battle. It took 2 McLaren drivers against Lotus driver Peter there. That's how much dedication went in. That was a hell of a title for the McLaren guys, and they should be so happy with their results. First mates slipping off just a little bit. This isn't what we were expecting and used to from the first mates duo of Orange and TTAR. If this was homework, can do better. They had a wobbly start to the season with TTR and Orange picking up the points, and then a wobbly end to the season with Orange, and then a better finish to TTR. Williams really, once John sort of couldn't make a few races, it was down to Debug, and boy did Debug step up. The captains there, well, that was just really unfortunate with Brauchen pulling out and Shattered getting that the points mostly there, and then a few super subs in. Thank you so much for watching Season 10. It has been an absolute pleasure from myself here, Alex, and from Nate.
Just want to say thank you everyone for the season.
Yeah, thank you for organizing, as usual, and
great season, guys. Awesome.
Yeah, great season, everyone.
When is the next season started?